my father was posted in Adilabad. And he had sent a telegram, Baba reaching Hyderabad on Saturday night. Make arrangements. And some devotee must have sent it. That was Saturday night, means he must have started in the morning, but he would have come in there. That telegram reached on Monday afternoon. After 2 days, Swami came, and on that Saturday afternoon, we had half-day schools in those days, on Saturdays. We came from school, or one driver and car comes to pick up all three of us. We came and home, had our lunch, and we were playing in the house. That was about 1:30. That particular day, my mother and her managers, we have an in-house manager, and his wife and my mother went for a movie or some mythological picture in a place known as Sagar Talkies. Then our theatre was not there, and we had not even constructed. And nobody knows Bhagwan is coming. That is 12:30 to 3:30 show is there. And my driver came, and Swami's car is coming, and somebody said he is coming, and all those things, and we were all panic. 4 o'clock, Bhagwan came and took us, and he straight away went to his room. My mother is not there, my father is not, only with children, 3 of us were there. And he went to his room and he had his wife with full fever. And nothing to eat, no food prepared, nothing has been made, because nobody is aware of Swami is coming. And that Joshi Maharaj had come, because we knew that in this week Swami is going to come. So he took leave from Taj Mahal Hotel, and he had came. He got panic and straight away made upma, gikma and all those things, because all the people who were along with him, there were 10 people. And
Joshi Maharaj was Taj Mahal.
He is the cook in the Taj Mahal, head cook of Taj Mahal Hotel. He comes whenever Bhagwan comes. He has been permitted by the owners. Then how to reach my mother? She's in the theatres. And this driver he is an old driver, so he was serving for us for nearly 2-3 decades. So he ran to that Sagar Talkies. Then he requested them, begged them, this thing, that thing, and somehow he went and they put the torch in here. 2 ladies sitting in one corner. Amma, Sahib, the panic, she came running. Her driver and car was there, and my children's car and driver were there. They came running. Swami is sleeping. And he told Raja Reddy others to don't allow anybody, keep the gates locked. So that is how Swami went in. After 6:30, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, he slowly got out, had his wash, came out.
From where Swami had come?
He came from Rajamandri, and he came in 2 cars. 2 cars means 5 people here, 5 people there. And she said nothing to worry. And then somebody, Raja Reddy, put the water hanky in this thing and put it on this thing. No medicine, nothing. And next day she said, I will see people. Even Satyamurthy he also followed in the same Swami's next car. He went home and came back, it was locked. Then he jumped over the wall and came and had the Swami and all those things. He jumped over the gate and came inside.
Which year was it?
This must be 61 or 62.
Okay.
60s or 64, 60, just after this thing. So these things happen unknowingly, it goes unnoticed. And one more small thing is, my mother was head of this Mahila Vibhag. After Sita Mahalakshmi passed away, she took over the responsibility and she was heading all this Mahila Vibhag. And Bal Vikas, she was convener of Bal Vikas. She used to run so many schools in the slum areas and all those things for poor people and all those things. So my mother had one educated assistant who used to take notes and all those things. All of them were educated, and her name was Sri Valli. She's a Brahmin girl, an architect by nature. She developed suddenly some abdominal cancer or something. Abdominal. She was suffering with the pain and all those things. Still she was coming by auto, she had a 2-wheeler and all those things. She lost she didn't have father, only mother was there. Both sisters were abroad. And she was coming, going, and not telling anybody. Then my mother said, why you are so panicked and so much, your face shows so much in agony. Nothing. Chappa Maya Vanunte, Swami, I'll take his permission and take you there. Then she narrated all these things and showed all the reports. See, my mother is there, I am the only earning member, and all those things. I have to work and feed the house. And all that. Then she said, okay, I'll write to Swami. She wrote a letter to Swami. And you need not give me an interview, just give me this thing. You just give her blessing and all those things. And as they said, my mother and that both the girls, along with 4-5 people, went and stayed in our room. And next day he didn't give the interview. Second day he called him. And he took this thing and gave her the thing and some medicines he gave me. And you start drinking, what is that? Yapa chattu, neem tree, that you grind that leaf and every day you start drinking. And nothing will happen, you will be successful. This is in the initial stages. You won't believe that lady is today is one of the leading architects in America today. She has Sri Valli. My father and mother, twice a year they go for Swami Puttaparthi without even telling their own children. That is in 91. Along with my parents, some other people were called, and one person in a wheelchair and another lady pushing him inside, and they also were called in. They were there for quite some time and they were called in. And then the Swami said to Umapati, Jalsa yoru tele Swami naku first time chustunanu. So this is a Chinese professor. He met with an accident and his backbone was damaged and he could not stand up or go in a vehicle or something. He has always lifelong he has to be this thing. Even in Delhi they could not. He teaches Chinese language in Banaras Hindu University. And he is there from last 5 years and this is his mother. She came to take care of the son. Otherwise he is all alone teaching this thing. And then Swami said, he has come to Swami with great hope. Swami must be doing something in mind. And then he, after all the people left, after my parents and everybody, my father and mother were asked to stay. And they called that person. Then he asked the mother of that Chinese professor to remove. He was in his mid 30s, 35 or 36. And that lady must be about 60 years old. And he asked her, I lift him, you pull the chair back, wheelchair back. And Swami put both his hands and asked him to get slowly, 1, 2, 3, like that, and made him stand. This was narrated by parents to me. I am not there in the scene. And he made him stand and the lady pulled him out. Then he said, you walk here 10 steps. Walk, because that room was small. And 10 steps this side. And he started walking. And they said, now you take this locket. And Chinese lucky charm locket he given to them. Put it in a girl. And the vibhuti you take it and every night you put it. And professor was 35 years old.
Oh, younger.
35 years old. And that his mother was... Then his Swami opened, normally when you go for interviews, half the door is always bolted and half the door is open. And outside one Sindhi gentleman, Khyal Das, used to stay, and the other side that Patel, Praful Patel or some Patel used to stay. And they opened the door and this gentleman who was sitting in the wheelchair coming inside was pushing his own chair and going out. And whole Mandiram and Purnachandra was shouting with clapping and all those things. And then he called my father. See, there's no direct flight from Bangalore to this thing. You are going tonight to take these both people. Bangalore to Banaras, Allahabad. Allahabad has an airport, Banaras doesn't have. So you take along with you, keep in yours, and earliest flight to, because Hyderabad also had only 3 flights in a week. And you see that they are comfortable. They are Swami's devotees and you know how to take care of Swami's. Okay, they said, Swami's order is order. But how to get a reservation for 2 more people? Because birthday only 1 week, 10 days back. Then he went there and that station master was Swami's devotee. He used to come on Sundays. Then he went and my father requested station master Garu, somehow help these people. He came all the way from China to Swami's this thing. And I'll give you, sir, I'll give you this thing, don't worry. And 1 berth I'll give you, 1 seat I'll give you. Doesn't matter, sir, I'll give my berth to him, let them sleep. And they came together and I went to pick up my parents from this thing, station, Kachiguda station. Up one train. So Kachiguda station, I went and picked them up. I was surprised to see 2 more people. And my Fiat car doesn't hold that boot because that wheelchair is such a big thing. Then I said, Daddy, you drive the car. I'll come in an auto with all the luggage. And I put all the luggage in the auto and took 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. And my father drove them to our house and I went in an auto. And they were put in my house for 1.5 days or 2. the next day that 1:30 flight was there, and they were put in that Allahabad flight, and they were sent to this thing. This was right before our eyes. My father said this happens every day. Now, second incident is, sir, my father was working in Hyderabad. This is the incident is in 1969, 66 as a special officer, land acquisition. It's a revenue department where they acquire land for industrialists or anybody coming from outside for investment. They used to acquire land from private people or government departments and give it to them on government notified rate. So he was working there, and one elderly person who was an advocate. Advocates to come and argue before my father for compensation, higher rate of compensation, or fair rent certificates and all those things. Then he used to come almost every day. He used to practice in that court only. He must be in early 60s. Elderly person. He migrated from Chennai. His name was Mr. D.V.K. Sharma. D. Venkat Krishna Sharma. And he used that Madras style of a pagadi and a dhoti and a coat, and he used to argue in English and Telugu. Then occasionally he used to come and then sit down for some time, get up, and then my father called his junior, Srinivas. Srinivas, wow, what is wrong with your this thing? He's sitting and grasping for wealth. Sir, he has a heart ailment. This is there for last, I am with him for last 10 years. This says, he says, last 20 years it is there. And he has visited each and every heart specialist and nothing happened. This has palpitation. They keep on beating higher rate than necessary. And he has to sit down. This is because of anxiety, they said. And without anxiety, no advocate can function. That's the and at 5:30, 5:40, my father made him sit in our car, took his junior and himself to our house, and he narrated everything to my mother. And my mother from inside, because the Dasara function was over a few days back, and she came with a fresh stock of vibhuti packets. And that out of the packs, half she gave to him and said, my father said, every night before night, you keep on taking it with water and drink that thing. And this is the medicine given by gods to everybody, not only you and me. And in 1 month, you will realize the difference. Endu sir, endu yorichari. Neekenduku diskapo Sharma garu, I am there. And he asked the driver. Raghav Reddy was his driver, my father's driver. The Raghav Reddy, Sharma garu than intli idichipettu vachesi. And he did, and till 1 month he was this thing, and in between he used to come and take some more medicines from my mother. And this gentleman has not even seen Swami's photograph also. Neither he has gone to Puttaparthi, neither any news of Swamiji, Puttaparthi. And after 1 month, he went for a checkup, medical checkup. That rate of that beating has come down from nearly 100 beats in a minute to, it has come to 60. The gentleman survived 90 years. And this incident took us 62 years. That means 28 years he lived. He got his daughter married and everything, 8 years. And he had come along with my father to Puttaparthi, but unfortunately Swami left for Kodaikanal in Puttaparthi. He has not seen Swamiji. Then my mother gave him a photograph of Swamiji and a few vibhuti packets. And till his last day, that photo was there, and that vibhuti was falling from the photograph.